Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time since I've actually posted a video of any substance. That's because there's been a lot going on and most of it has been this behemoth right here. So I have that going on, and then I custom built this trailer for transport, not just of a tank, but his tanks or other vehicles as well. So all in all, between the trailer and the truck, I have well over 100 hours just in construction and painting. The trailer is a custom trailer made primarily out of Legos, simply because I'm really good with Legos and everything would automatically be square. It has set heights and everything, so it was really easy to figure out ride height to connect to the trailer with a hitch. All that stuff was just so much easier. So I thought it would be really fun to just go down the list of play features on this truck to show you exactly what was going on, because to me this is something I would have asked for Christmas in the 1980s when the original Real American Hero line was out. So starting from the back, let's start with the trailer. Obviously a vehicle's got to get on and off of the trailer, so there is this loading ramp right here. Again, this is just pure Technic pieces, Lego Technic pieces, and it's just a simple hinge mechanism. So on the skids here, I have skid resistant tape. So this makes it really easy for the tank. This is RC as well. It makes it very easy to go up and down the ramp. So first you have to start the tank. And then we're just going to ever so gently go down. Oop. It's a demo mode. But as you just saw, it got up and down the trailer very, very easy. My son and I wanted to have battling tanks because I also have my G.I. Joe 6x6, which has been featured a lot on this channel. That also has an Abrams tank to go with it, all decked out in G.I. Joe livery. This one is the Chinese Leopard 2, also all decked out in custom livery because they don't make it specifically for that. So there's some Mobat stickers on here. And it was just easier to find a set of battling RC tanks than it was to build them from scratch, and I just don't have the time. This beast of an RC has a very, even though it's a small motor, it has fully locked diffs, it has a ton of power, it pulls this thing like nothing. I would get footage of it pulling, but right now in my area, it has snowed and it's very windy outside right now, and I just got all this together and painted and sealed, and I just don't want to ruin it just yet. So also what I've done on the deck is I put some COBRA livery on it. This was a stencil that I got, or a transfer stencil that I got off of eBay. And then I drilled various holes in line with the Technic pieces that make up the frame. That way it gives us a lot of options for tie-down straps. I call them tie-down ports. And all I did was take Lego Technic pieces. This is just a connector, a small blue connector rod with the axle connector and a snap connector, and it just fits right into a hole. Then I just used some shoestring to simulate tie-down rope, and we can tie down the tank or any other vehicle. So I added 4 sets of wheels, each with its own independent axle. It rolls very, very easily, so the rolling resistance to the 6x6 is actually very, very small, which is great because you don't want to overtax the motor and you don't want to drain the battery too. I added storage bin right here, so there are tools in there right now. There's a wrench, there's a grappling hook, they even have a small gun, just for something to put it in. You can even put the tie-down straps in the storage compartment as well. Again, still using Legos. I found this storage bin, which I thought was pretty cool, so that's added in on the side as well. The one thing that I think really turned out well as well is the swivel turret. This turret is a custom build. I have the top half here is from a battleship type game my kids got for Christmas last year that required little marbles that shot out underneath it, and we lost all the marbles and then they just didn't play with the game anymore. So I took this here turret, I built a frame inside the turret, and these are crafting sticks. This red bit is all crafting sticks, and there's a piece of crafting wood underneath here, and I cut it to shape, and I spent about 6 hours sanding it to shape. And then I added a Lego base to it with one of their swivel bases, so it actually has a ratchet mechanism to it. So while the vehicle is in motion, this isn't just sloppily spinning around, and it allows for the play feature of posing it and making it a lot more fun to pretend that it's like a defensive battle station. So when you unhook, the plan is idea is that you unhook it and then you put down your skids, and as you're offloading the tank, this turret Viper can now defend their position or wait for the tank to return and still defend their position from any pesky Joes. Inside the cockpit, I used Lego control pieces to give it some more, I should say, authentic play value, I guess is the phrase. But it has crosshairs and everything on there. It looks computer guided, so it really adds some play value to the turret, and a custom seat with a little hose back here just because I thought it looked cool. When it comes to the front of the trailer, it might look very, very simple, but it took me a very long time to come up with this hitch mechanism because not only do you need the hitch to be able to go from side to side as the vehicle turns, but also any rolling or any going up and down hills. So they really don't, as far as I'm aware, make proper Lego hitches, so this is a custom, and it took me many iterations to figure it out, but this one does fortunately yaw, pitch, and roll, so there is a full range of motion, so that way then this minimizes the risk of this flipping over when it has a load on it. One of the other things too about this layout is I was able to add some swivel out stairs or a ladder. Again, just adding to the play value that, you know, now the guys have a way of getting up in an emergency to get up into the turret. Moving forward to the truck, like I said, this truck was just a run-of-the-mill Amazon 6x6 truck. It is 7.4 volts and it has a lot of torque to it because it has fully locked diffs, and even though the motor's not that big, I don't know how it's geared. It is definitely plastic, you can tell that, but it just has a lot of pulling power, which is why I went with a bigger trailer for this one, because I knew it could actually pull it. We have a fully operational spare, which I did detail paint to match the stripes that are on the rest of the vehicle. I did have to add this Lego latch because the pins that hold the door in place broke, so now it does come open during operation. So I did have to add this Lego latch, and it works really well. I have it spaced out. You just have to be careful how you put the doors back together, up, and it latches just fine. It just sticks out ever so much, but at least it stays put. I added a tiger stripe decor to the entire vehicle. I just thought it would look really cool to have tiger stripes. Then I had the idea to do like a red drop shadow, because Cobra's colors obviously are navy blue and red. I like the gray because it's something different, and it just popped. If I would have painted this navy blue, in my opinion, with the airbrushing I did, it wouldn't have shown up as well, and it probably would have taken a lot more time to make it do that. I did add a custom turret. Again, this is Lego simply because that's what I have most around the house. This is a toy gun that does shoot spring-loaded projectiles, and I just added a turret that swivels. And then inside the cab, I did have to cut the seats out because this is a 1/12 scale model, so I did have to cut the firewall out of the cab to make the feet go forward, and I had to augment the seats too to make them a little bit lower. Put in a custom Lego steering wheel with a COBRA logo, and I've also put some custom controls in there as well, again to give the turret gunner an ability to aim and fire the weapon, as well as give the driver some readouts on the engine. When we're moving around to the front, I used one-way tint that you use on the automotive glass. So this is red tint that I had laying around. It went on super easy. You just need a little bit of water and separate the film, slap it on there, make sure it dries nice and well, and I had an awesome look because again it goes with the rest of the red that I had in mind for the accents for the rest of the vehicle. When it comes to the interior of the engine compartment, I painted that red, and I added a 7.4 volt label in there. Again, just something I thought that Hasbro might do with a G.I. Joe toy of that era, just to give it some more authenticity, and it just adds a little bit more of that, hey, I would have bought that in the 80s vibe that I was going for. So you're probably asking yourself, like, bro, that's a whole lot to go through just for your kid. And you're right, it is. But the reason that we did all this is because I got invited to drive at Cabin Fever 2025 at the Lebanon Expo Center in Lebanon, Pennsylvania next week, January 17 through 19. I'll provide the full schedule down below. And I was really excited to show off my G.I. Joe 6x6 when I got invited to drive. And then when my oldest son got wind of that, he was like, it was a no-brainer to create a truck for him to drive. So he and I will be there. I'll be there the entire time of the show. My son will be there one day, and he's going to be driving his truck. I'm going to be driving our truck, my truck. We're going to be battling our tanks, and it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. It'll be a great family event. So if you need something to do the week of January 17th, come on down to the Lebanon Expo Center. Come and say hi. I'll try not to be too socially awkward if you've seen this video. And yeah, if you have any questions about the vehicles, just feel free to come and ask. But my boy and I will be running our vehicles, having a lot of fun. Well, thanks for this video. Sorry it got a little long-winded. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making all of this stuff to show off. Please give me a like and subscribe. It would really help me out. And I hope to catch you in my next video, which coincidentally will be coverage of the Cabin Fever 2025 show. I really hope to see everyone there. Thank you and take care.